Boom. Welcome back, fellas. Welcome back. Welcome to the Project Freedom Podcast. All right, guys. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing great. I have this piping hot coffee right now that I've been trying to drink, but it's scalding hot. It's making my tongue burn. All right. Let's get into it, guys. So, for y'all out there who don't know, I essentially operate this school, okay? Or as we actually say, the Ultimate IT Network and Training Academy, TM. So, I get asked a lot of questions from people who are like beginners because, you know, a lot of people, when they sign up, they don't have any experience, right? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. We'll make sense later, okay? Some of the most common questions that I get, y'all, and I'll preface that. Some of the most common questions that I get, these usually tend to be from newer people, okay? But all these common questions, well, first of all, they're common for a reason, because they all kind of are asking really, they're all a way of beating around the bush for asking the same things. But if I could narrow that down into one thing, so I could say the most common question that I do get is, quote, what is the best language to learn? Or what is the best language to program with? What is the best language for blah, 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 X, Y, and Z? Sir, please, what language should I learn? What language should I learn to code with? And these are all pretty similar questions, right? And I think that when the people ask these questions, they don't really, first of all, they don't know much about programming at all, which is why you're asking that question in the first place. And that's, you know, it's not like it's a bad question. It's not like it's bad to be curious about what the best option is for the things that you have, right? So the reason I'm talking about this night is because last night in one of the developer direction webinars, we got a guy he's been here for a couple weeks, and MC, if you know who I'm talking about. If you're listening, MC, this one's for you, buddy, okay? This one's for you. We had a webinar, and he basically asked that question, the same question that people are asking quite often. He said, what is the best language to program with, right? Sam Perchinsky, comments from the Peanut Gallery. Harry Zikos, Win Moon. Harry, I'm hoping Moon soon, Harry. I'm hoping Moon soon. You guys like my Cafe Du Monde cup? Shout out to the real ones who know what Cafe Du Monde is. What question? Well, I already told you that now, but yeah, the question was, what is the best programming language to do X, Y, or Z? Because people will ask this in different ways. They'll ask, hey, what is the best programming language to fix bugs with? Which is, that's not the right question, right? Or they'll say, what's the best programming language that I should use to learn how to code? That is more so of like in the better ballpark, but it's not a question that you should be asking. Or it's, what's the best language for literally insert anything here? Okay. And yes, hello to you indeed. Looks like, I believe is that Vishnu? Vishant? Who are you? Who is this person? I keep seeing you in here. Wait a second. You signed up for DD today because you have the same name in Telegram, I think. I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. Wait for John to make his new Patreon thing on Telly. Lambo at shop. Welcome back. You never left. Cat Tongue Josh, indeed, my friend. What's up, Christian Soto? Good to see you, man. So let's try to answer that question tonight, guys. What is the best programming language to learn? So I do have an answer for this, you guys. I do have an answer for this. However, it's probably not what you're expecting the answer to be, and it's probably not an answer that you're going to like, okay? But if you can understand what I'm saying in this explanation, I think you're going to get more benefit out of my answer than you would from an arbitrary answer like, oh,
The best programming language is Java. You should learn Java, bro.
Vishnu, yes. Spark 55, what up? Off topic, who you got for March Madness? Ask me that again tomorrow. Ask me that again in tomorrow's stream. Ask me that again tomorrow's stream because my opinion might change. Harry Zico says, didn't know we use names of dead languages still. What you mean? Like Latin? Latin? You mean programming languages, Harry? My mind is blown. All right, so I'll tell you guys. The guy in the webinar, he asked that question, but let me explain to you guys how he asked that and why he asked it, because we had to, me and someone else in the group, one of the older guys who's been around for longer, a more experienced guy. When Mr. MC asked this question, one of the older guys says, "Hey, before we answer that, let me ask you why. What is your concern with this question? Why are you asking this question?" And he said, well, he wanted to know if he's working with a company and they give him, and we're talking about traditional 9 to 5. So if he's working with a company and they give him some kind of task to fix a bug or to implement something new in code, he wanted to know what language he would use to fix it. Okay. And he's thinking in the right direction. Okay. But the answer, guys, is not, it's not arbitrary like you'd think. Okay. Or it's not denominational either, because you can't just say, okay, you have this bug, I'm going to fix it in this language because this language is what I think is the best to fix bugs. So let me ask you guys a question. If you're working for a company on a project and that project is built in React and the bug, it's in already existing code in a React application, what are you going to use? What do you think is the best programming language to fix the bug? And to give you a hint, you're working in a React application that already exists. Okay, you're not building something from scratch. So are you just going to go into the React application and just randomly start typing Python to try to implement something new? No. Right? New Horizons got it. React. Yeah. JavaScript. Yeah. I mean, basically, yeah, because React is JavaScript, right? So I know what you mean, but because you know what I mean, and I know what you mean. Why would you just randomly start typing Python in the middle of an application in a bug in React and Python, right? You wouldn't do that. You would not. So if you're out there and you're watching this because you're trying to figure out a situation like that, if you're asking this kind of question because you want to know what is the best language to use to fix things, your thinking is wrong. Okay, I know that you're trying to think right, but your thinking actually is wrong. And this, my friends, this is why I've always focused on telling my audience, my clients, and even before I started any of this stuff, people that I interacted with who were just curious about code, that you need to not focus, guys, on learning and memorizing the entirety of a specific language or a tech stack or whatever, okay? You need to focus on learning to code, period. All right? And you might say, well, how can I focus on learning to code if I don't know which language that I'm supposed to code in? All languages, guys, all languages are fundamentally the same throughout, okay? There's a reason for that. The reason that all languages are, for the most part, fundamentally the same throughout is because they all run on a computer. It's a big secret. All languages run on a computer. 386. Harry C goes, yep, he's got it. The best programming language is the one that you need to work on per the project. Yep. Fearless Trader, that webinar was definitely a light bulb moment. Good, dude. I'm good. I'm glad that you got something out of that one. Thomas says, what if I want to learn to build dApps? Don't I need some special language like Solidity? Yes, you do. You would need to learn a front-end language. Most likely you're going to be using some kind of JavaScript-based language or framework like React, which is basically what we do, what Guava, me and the boys at Guava use to build the front end of a Web3 app. And then you also need to learn Solidity, the back end. But I appreciate you asking that question, my friend, because today we actually just opened up Bootcamp ETH for enrollment. If you guys check this out here real quick, let me put this out. If you guys head over to developerproduction.com, browse courses, and then this one right here, Bootcamp ETH. This is going to be 5 weeks. I didn't want it to be 6. I didn't want it to be 4, but it's going to take a little bit longer than 4. 5 weeks, and yes, you get to learn how to use JavaScript, because you got to learn how to use JavaScript before you use React, right? React and Solidity together to be able to create a dApp, in case you were wondering, Mr. Thomas. But yeah, it's not just the front end stuff, right? Like you gotta know Solidity too. And you know, Solidity is not super hard, but it's definitely intimidating for some people. Yes. All the same, 1 zeros. Yes, indeed. Cody Moose, sign up. When does that start? So the start date for that is going to be April. Hold on, I have it written down. April 19th, the Tuesday. So not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. That's when we're going to be starting those webinars. Yeah. Yes, it is. Sign up to Sam. Somebody just signed up. Anthony Arnold. If you're in the stream, we will see you there, my friend. So, like I was saying, guys, all languages are fundamentally the same throughout. Okay? Yeah, some languages have like this nuance and might be better for X, and then another language might have a different type of nuance and it might be better for Y. Okay? I'm not saying that all languages are 100% the same. That is not what I'm saying. Okay? However, let me make an analogy for you guys. So all, and I don't even know if I can say this word on YouTube, guys. Good grief. All right, I'm gonna spell this word out. All Guns, all guns. Let me say it. All guns shoot bullets, right? But different guns are used for different purposes. Okay, guys. If anyone in here is a small town Southern man like me, you know damn well you're not going to go duck hunting with like a 386. 306, excuse me. Well, you're not going to go on duck hunting with either of those two, but you're not going to use a pistol to, let's say, I don't know, shoot a deer from 100 yards away. If you are using a pistol to shoot a deer 100 yards away, it's probably a backpacker. It's probably not a real pistol, but you guys get what I'm saying, okay? You're also not going to go use your pistol to go duck hunting. Would you use a shotgun with birdshot to go duck hunting? Yes, you would. So all guns, they're a little bit different, aren't they? However, guys, but all guns, they take ammo and they fire them. Some guns might have a different way of firing them. Some you might have to do it like this. Some might be gas powered. Okay, there might all be these different nuances for each gun. However, in the year 2022, we don't have laser guns yet, so all guns take ammunition and they fire a bullet. Right? Different guns just have different purposes, right, guys? And different languages also happen to be used for different purposes. This is true. However, guys, the developers of these languages, they could just wake up one day and they could just decide that they're going to change the language to be used for something else, even though they made it for something like the developers for React, because at the end of the day, the people who make these languages and tech stacks, they're developers too. And one day, the developers for React could just say, you know what, we're no longer going to be working. We don't want React to work with Node anymore. We just want React to work with like vanilla JS client side or Python, and they would just completely wipe out its purpose in the next iteration, the next version of React. Okay, they can just change it overnight. So if you're focusing on something so much so because you're like, I only want to do this type of development, I only want to do web development or blah 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 blah, you're still focusing wrong, and you should be focusing on just learning how to code. When you focus too much on what language, you're just missing the forest for the trees, guys. That's all you're doing. You're missing for the forest for the trees. Because at the end of the day, all programming languages were made by people to make computers do something. The more important thing when learning or wanting to learn how to code, when you're getting into it, when you're getting started, instead of thinking, what language should I learn? You should be thinking, how can I make a computer do what I want it to do? And that is a quote from Jai Win. How can I make a computer do what I want to do? He simplified that very, very good, which is why I wanted to talk about that in the stream tonight. Because the truth is, guys, computer languages, yeah, they were just made by people to make computers do something. So instead of being concerned about what language, and you have to build a program, you need to be concerned, or you should be concerned, about how can you make the computer do what you want it to do. The truth is, guys, it's not about studying or learning one language or the other. It's about studying or learning how to program. That name. Anthony is getting trained. Daniel says, you can say guns? Okay, good. Oh, no.
Wah, wah.
I feel pressure to sign up. I am under duress. Dude, aren't you? You're a developer, New Horizons, aren't you? Dude, the benefit you'd get for the network alone would more than quadruply pay for itself. Just ask other peeps in the group. And you're a cool dude. You've been hanging around for a while. You could probably give as much as you'd get too. So yes, come. Please help me. Help me give. Lots of gun channels. Yeah, that's right. But aren't they? Don't they get like flagged though? I don't know. Guys, you remember Hickok? Didn't Hickok get in trouble? A 308 or a 9mm Luger. I will hunting deer with a goddamn spear. That would actually probably be fun. See a turkey kill with a 22? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but a turkey's not going to be flying around on you. Like if you're in a duck blind and like a flock of duck just like fly over, and chances of you hitting one of those suckers like solid with a 22 is like greatly diminished as if you were to just point a 12 gauge and just shoot kind of in the general direction. You'd probably at least hit one or two. It was a pistol. That's like COBOL. Duck hunting with an LCP or binary. What you mean, guys? What do you mean? One day I will make it out of the hot dude hazing phase of life. Yeah, of course you will, dude. As long as you don't quit. If you quit, then you never will. English, MFer. Does your name speak it? He speaks English. You're young, build yourself up. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know how to tag it. I wouldn't know how to tag that username either, dude. That's going to be hard to, if he, and you know what, Cody, he's in developer direction, so it's going to be hard to interact with him in Mundus, because I don't know how we're going to have to, like, you have to type @ and then like go find the first character of this name right here, and then go and paste it in there, I guess. I don't see those characters on my cheeseburger keyboard. Hey, do you like the new keyboard, Cody? My man rocking the Hacken-Krauser avatar. Dark1414 says, what's up, Josh? We met at Miami at Hot Dudecon. I'm curious if you will be at the upcoming event. I would love to pick your brain some more. Yeah, I'm going to be, I will be for sure at Hot Dudecon Miami. I don't know about the Disney thing because I got a lot. That's like, what, 50 days from now? Although I know John is like, you need to come to Hot Dudecon Disney, please come. And I'm like, all right, dude, I'm going to try my best too. So we'll see. If the time is there, I will probably be at that one. But I mean, yeah, I live in Miami, so I'll definitely be at the Hot Dudecon Miami. New Horizons, I'm not a professional dev. I've dabbled a lot through various languages. Okay. I just knew that you knew a little bit about programming because you're always talking about it too. What's up, Wade? That's where I'm headed to. 100%. He did it. He did it. He did it. I like it, but I kind of missed the smart bar thing and the older one had. It's on a Tuesday. Why? Which one? The Miami one? I don't know. Let me see. What is it? Hotdudecon.com. I don't know. I should know. I made the website. Should know the URL, shouldn't I, guys? Let's see here, friends. May 18th, May 24th. So May 18th is yeah, May 18th is a Wednesday and the 24th is a Tuesday. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because we work on the weekdays, and technically that would be work for us. The Disney thing. I don't like Disney. I'm very upset at what Disney's doing. Like, just leave me alone. Just leave us alone. Don't push your look, listen, don't push your strange, but potentially to you not strange ideologies onto me, because I have my own ideologies, and I do not push my ideologies on other people, except for learn to code, learn to change your own tire, self-custody your crypto. Link in the description box below to get yourself a Trezor. Boom. Sign up for DD when I saw Josh live stream him drinking a dirty martini. Was that on my birthday? Was that November? Also, what's the meaning of the course ETH? So, like, all right. So basically, I used to have like different course names, and I'm trying to simplify things now because we're actually trying to move into Teachable and have a lot more recorded courses already, as opposed to only live courses. Other than the ones that we have that are recorded of previous live courses, but I want to actually have anyway, to make the thing short, we're trying to transition to Teachable, and I want the naming schemes to be more similar. So we have Bootcamp X that's going to be finished next week, right? Bootcamp ETH, because I could have just said Bootcamp E, but then people aren't going to know that it's for Web3 development. And then Bootcamp Y, that's going to come after Bootcamp ETH. And then what I want to do is Bootcamp Z, and then I can just basically start back from the beginning. So they're all just going to be basically X, Y, Z, except for ETH, because it has to do with the Ethereum network. So it's got to have something in there to indicative of that. But basically, New Horizons, it's learning how to build a DApp, a decentralized application, off of the Ethereum blockchain network protocol, whatever you prefer to call it, because it is all the above. But that's what that one's about. I want to give Disney my money. My rupees, sir, please. I aped in. I should not have aped in. My family. I need to feed my family, sir. Can the devs please do something? I watched it after the fact, but yeah, it was for your birthday. Okay. I see. I was blind, but now I can see. Don't know if it was your own acronym or if it was related to ETH blockchain. Yeah, it is. It is. I'll pull it up again. Let me allow me, please, sir. So yeah, if you guys go developerdirection.com, on the top we have the browse courses section right here. It's this one right here. And yeah, I mean, I put the ETH on there with the React symbol and the MetaMask, kind of like allude to what it is. But the two most important things is that you're going to learn React and Solidity, okay? React, the framework, and Solidity, the language. There is a lot of other things encapsulated inside of all this, but most importantly, that's the two things, okay? And the goal of this course afterward is for you to be able to create your own DApp or Web3 application. In fact, I mean, that's not the goal. That's literally what we're going to do. And if you don't do it, well, I can't come to your house and force you, but you certainly should if you signed up, because that's like the equivalent of like buying a gym membership and not going to the gym. Right? Or am I wrong? That was my birthday. You could have read the description. No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Just gives me another excuse to put on screen. Believe it or not, guys, I don't like having to plug my own stuff. Usually, I believe it or not, I've done very good so far in the last year, hardly plugging my stuff, because quality speaks for itself, and then just word gets out. But so, friends, the truth is, guys, like I was saying, to reiterate, let me move this thing over here so I can come closer to you guys. It's really not about what language is better for X, Y, or Z. Okay. you do need to change the way that you're thinking. And it is actually all about learning how to code, period. All right. The guys in DD, you guys know, and especially once you've been in DD for like a couple months, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And guys, there is a time to be worried about the what language question, right? And that's when you're already working, okay? When you need to be worried about what language, that's when you're already going to be working for either someone else or yourself, and you're going to have control over the situation, over the project, over the build. And then you can also make the decision when someone tells you, hey, I need you to build me a program or an application that does X, Y, or Z. Then guys, then you can decide, okay, what language am I going to use for this now? But at that point, guys, you already know how to code, because someone's not going to pay you money to code for something if you don't know how to code, right? So, Cody Moose in the Hoose. Yes, sir. That is it. Sign up Indeed. Do it. As always, guys, learn to code, learn to change your own tire, self-custody your own crypto. Link in the description box below. I think I just knocked my light out. To get yourself your own Trezor, get $25 free of Bitcoin if you purchase one, and also a couple sats come to support the channel. That is it, my amigos. I will see you all later.